Hey guys, this is GamerKel. Welcome back to Touhou, the Genius of Sephiroth. Last time we cleared out the enemies in the Yokai Mountain, at least the second quarter, because the enemies in the woods area were kind of lame and didn't really drop anything I needed, whilst the other enemies were much better. So, this time we're going to take on a boss. And as such, we have a party set up. Look at this, Byakuran's already level 27 because of this, so she has already caught up absolutely brilliantly, and that's pretty much all I did the fights for last time, was to catch her up. So, here is the party we're using, and I realize picture-wise I've used this Marisa Notori one like 3 times now, but I don't really have any other Marisa Notori ones. I have 2 in total, and yeah, that's kind of a limitation if I couldn't really find any other good ones. So if you guys have got any pictures of combinations of the characters that you've seen here, don't hesitate to let me know, because I would be fine with getting some more. Anyway, we have Notori with her tier 3 gun, and pretty much all of my, or at least 3 of the 4 characters I've got here are midweight tier, and I don't really have enough good armors for everyone. So yeah, that's kind of a bit of a problem, but Notori is just going to run with what we have here. Accuracy, just in case. I think evasion is fairly high on our enemy here, so we're going to run with that just to make absolute sure. Almost 200 accuracy should be more than enough to get Rage 8 to hit all the time. And yeah, some more MP to make sure that she has enough to cast Rage 8 all the time. And the Rage Choker for some physical attack, because Notori for a physical attacker is not particularly strong. So there is that. Marisa, same stuff as always, a little bit of HP for survivability, and then magic attack increasing, and that's all she really needs. So nothing too much to discuss there. Reimu still running the same way as I actually ran during the stage, even though most of this is kind of pointless. To be honest, Reimu's going to be defended well enough by Alice that it's not a huge deal, but she does have sword mastery, which is kind of important. Having the physical slash resistance is nice, so there is that. Speaking on Alice, we have the shower amulet, because fire is not really something that gets used here, and water kind of is, so she has good defense against that, which is fine. And the Ice Fairy's wing for stun resistance, because that is also kind of important. I don't think the blind res is as important, but just in case we have it anyway. And the Lunar Mail gives her physical resistances, so that's why it's being used instead of the Frozen Plate, which wouldn't do anything combined with the Shower Amulet, so yeah. Then for Byakuran, I actually made her tier 4 scroll, and I realized I didn't go back to speak to Akio after I got Byakuran, so we need to do that at some point so we can get the other materials, or not materials, but synthesis recipes for Byakuran, so we can see what her previous stuff was like that way. But yeah, her Vidya scroll gives her 20% Divine Barrier, so she takes 20% less damage from attacks. Pretty nice. I kind of ran out of armor to give her, so she's using the Eternal Robe, even though she's a mid-weight character, because the Eternal Robe has got, you know, it has higher defense than any other armor that I can give her right now. So there is that. And then she's set up for maximum induction and speed, but I don't know if that's really the best thing to do here, but the induction will help with her buffing skills, and the speed is good to make sure that she can use said buffing skills before the other characters start to cast her attacks, because Byakuran doesn't have quite the same buff speed stuff that Sanai does, so she can be outsped by the other characters if you're not careful. Finally, Moko Commander, extra bombs, Melon Sword, experience, blah blah blah, you know, usual stuff for the commander. Moko's our commander because she has the ability to revive, of course, which is kind of important because, spoilers, I don't have Sanai, which is like Shotokara, right? But Byakuran's going to be a better Sanai here, so otherwise, growth-wise, this is about as good as I can really get. I don't really see if like the point of induction here, to be honest. But again, I'm like 1 power short of Or is it 1 or 2? Yeah, I'm 1 power short because I have stun resistance in here as well, which might come into play. But if I had 1 more point, then I would ditch this, ditch Equip Enhance, and have physical skill cooldown -1, which would be amazing because then Rage 8 could be used every turn. But unfortunately I can't do that because I need this cooldown in order to make that happen, and I would need this cooldown, and I can't have both because I don't have enough growth points. So yeah. Marissa, same as before, except now she has 1 more point than she did before, so she can have Master Spark cost down a little bit. Not a huge deal, but hey, cost down is always something, right? Reimu is set up for her healing stuff this time because healing is, it's more for the Dream Sign stuff, but she's also this party's healer, so I don't expect to take too much damage, but it would be nice to have the AoE healing just in case, because we are using the Poison Shield formation, so I can heal the back row entirely, which is fine. And then, yeah, just the usual stuff otherwise, nothing too special here. Alice, 1 extra point, didn't have anywhere good to put it, so just an extra bit of vitality for more physical defense. Then Byakuren, like I said, you want to max out her scroll tree so you can have Amplify and Scroll, very good buff skill. 1 point into here because I used to have 7 points in her support magic, but it's the duration up doesn't matter. It's not going to be a significant factor here. I don't have enough points to get to 10, which is something that I would have considered for increasing, you know, overwriting durations and stuff. That would have been quite nice, but I don't have the points for that, and so I just put the extra points elsewhere. The 5 resistance wouldn't make a difference. 10 magic attack, Byakuren doesn't have any attack skills on her, so that wouldn't make a difference. So we have a little bit of induction, we have the cooldowns and casting speed up, and a little bit extra MP. So yep. And then Moko lives, not even lives, it's just bombs, obviously, for Moko, as per usual. So finally, skill stuff. Notori's actually using exactly the same skills as she was before. The Element Bullet will be very good in this fight to hit for weaknesses. And yeah, that's all she needs. Same for Marissa, she's running exactly the same stuff that she did before. Reimu is running all of her barrier based stuff here, so we have upgraded barriers. So like I said before, in the White Tiger Circle actually nullifies all of fire, earth, water, electric. That doesn't really matter too much, but you know, it's there anyway, so that's kind of good. And we have omnidirectional just in case I feel like that actually needs to come into play. So there's that. And then Alice, same as before, nothing different there. And here's what we're gonna run for Byakuren. So I don't think her debuffs are really that good in this fight. So honestly, I could probably ditch Meltdown. Meltdown's not gonna do too much. We'll have Starfire or Dark Sphere. We'll have Starfire just because I'm going to be using light attacks with Reimu all the time, so it would make sense to have a light based one here. But yeah, I don't think debuffs land very often, but Hyper Trigger does increase the strength of your own buffing skills on Byakuren, so that's good. And of course you can increase all stats and physical magic for my one major physical and magic attacker. So yeah, that's what we got. So let's go ahead, open the way, and find out who we're fighting. Slash! Slash! More slashing! All the yokai will be slashed by the mighty Cirno! Yes, defeated by Cirno, of course. Happy Cirno once again. Cirno was like stupidly adorable in the opening cutscene, and she is equally adorable here because she can have all the fun that she wants, which is great. Freezing and frogs, pretty standard for yeah. You've got to be careful about that. Idiot spot. Oh dear. What? Yep. So yeah, we have caught sight of Cirno. Yep, Cirno is quite a nuisance. Going really far is no problem. Oh man. Yeah, that's a good question. Up to no good. Well, that was up front. To get in the way, not exactly. Yeah, we don't have time for your shenanigans. Yeah, the missed instant. No matter what stands in our way, we have to keep going. Yep. That sounds good. Okay. If you do that, you're just gonna get wrecked. I hope you know that. This is not a matter to tee about. Be more fun. Not really. This is coming from Reimu, huh? Which, of course, is picked up immediately by Satori. So for you, okay, yeah, that's true. Well, I guess we have a motive. Cirno is totally the culprit, right? Yeah. Yeah. What can you do? Well, that is a good point. Cirno thinks she's going to win regardless, however. Trespass is even here. Uh-oh. That voice again. It's Momiji once again, and Cirno's like, wow, where do you come from? What do you want? Yeah, so we kind of destroyed you last time. What are you gonna do to stop us? Nothing left to say, blah blah blah. We're not really gonna throw the mountain into chaos. Okay, so she's gonna force us out then, huh? But we destroyed her last time, so... Yeah, I mean, Cirno is technically trespassing on the mountain as well. One or two fairies. Okay. Okay. Fair enough, although that's kind of... I suppose there are a lot more of us, but... Still... Prepare yourselves. But yeah, we destroyed you last time, so... That... You know, you're not really going to be able to put up much of a fight by yourself, right? Just a warning. Sure it was. Oh well, I guess she's going to get serious this time then. This is true. We're still 12-1. What do you plan to do about that? She didn't really think about this. Oh, I. She was like, nuh-uh. Well, that's kind of because you are. But still. Okay, so she either joins in and fights against us, or she fights, basically gets wrecked by Momiji as well. And Chun's like, what? That's not fair. Yeah. I don't think you really want to be dealing with that, Cirno. It says now overlook. Okay. I guess Momiji's trying to be reasonable. That's something. And Cho's like, I guess I don't really have a choice, huh? Of course she doesn't understand what's going on. Okay, happy face. Yep, absolutely idiotic. Yeah, there's a bit of reasoning going on here. Yeah, a bit of bribery going on, I guess, but yeah, of course. So these two are still not friends with each other, and yep, it's gonna be a bit of fighting going on with that. So, we have to force our way through. That's basically it. Deal with you and Cirno again and again. Hopefully not, but this is a new beginning of the legend of the strongest. Alright, so fight time with Momiji and Cirno. So Cirno is actually not considered, but is actually a later boss than Yuka in this game. So one game where Cirno is technically stronger than Yuka. Also, Momiji is nowhere near as weak as she was last time, so there is that. Now, this first turn is extremely important because they will always do the same actions on the first turn, and they can destroy your entire party if you're not careful. So we're going to have Alice protect everyone, because that's the logical thing to do here. So to explain this first turn, as I'm basically just gonna go ahead and do some buffing and stuff that way, let's go fire first so we can take out Cirno. Cirno is weak to fire, Momiji is still weak to earth, so there's that. But yeah, the biggest thing that you need to watch for in this first turn is both of them are going to do bomb refills, so they're both going to load up a spell card on the first turn, and they'll get 2 actions, so they will use their spell card in the first turn. Now Cirno's spell card is Perfect Freeze, as we're about to see here. So what she will do is she will party-wide attack and try to freeze you. And then Momiji comes in with this attack, which is kind of like Tewi, in the sense of it's really low accuracy but extremely high power. Now, if Cirno manages to freeze you, then what's going to happen with that is your evasion goes to 0. So basically, you not only do you not get to act in that turn, but you don't get to move. So you're, like, as in literally move to dodge attacks and stuff. Like, obviously we don't get control over that, but it means that Momiji's very high power attack will always hit. You don't want that, of course, so make sure that you have some sort of defense against it. Reimu's barriers are really good as well, but Little Legion is fast enough to go first, and with the Ice Fairy's wing, Alice doesn't ever get, almost never gets stunned. So the freeze just didn't work. If you made the water guard thing from before, the 25% water resist thing, that actually completely nullifies freeze, which makes this fight even easier in that sense. So use whichever one you fancy. That pretty much works. I don't know if Reimu's element attack will block the freeze. Barrier. The Tiger Encompassing Circle thing. I don't know if that blocks the freeze effect, so I wouldn't bother with that myself, but yeah. So, Rage 8 is going to do a ton of damage here, and it's going to be really freaking good. Momiji does have a shield, of course, and she has a relatively high physical defense, and Cirno has pretty good magic defense, but Cirno is very weak to fire, Momiji's weak to earth, so there is that. And they are Magician Warrior here. You know, Cirno's a Magician, so Slayer effects come in. Marissa, of course, has Slayer as well, so just like the previous fight, that is how we are going to deal with most of the stuff here. Now, even though I had good water resistance and a shield effect on Alice, she still took a hammering from the Perfect Freeze there, so we are going to heal her up here, just make sure she doesn't get destroyed. And that's all that's needed. So yeah, you can see just how much damage Cirno took there from a Slayer plus Fire element Rage 8 there. It's exceptionally powerful, and yeah, we're gonna see that come into play once again here. Cirno is the easier one to take out, and once you've taken out Cirno, Perfect Freeze disappears, of course. So if Momiji does her spell card attack again, it won't do nearly as much, so you want to take out Cirno first. Now, even though this has a water element to it, because we're using Elemental Bullet at the moment, this will be a fire attack when we use it, so it'll have weakness going for it here. So do not be fooled by the apparent silliness that's going to happen here. And yeah, 1800 damage off of that is really good. Fire is obviously the big way to go here. Bullseye on Cirno, okay, that's weird. So Momiji does have an accuracy buff that she can use on herself, but she decided to use it on Cirno for some reason, so okay, that's fine by me. We'll buff Induction this turn and Rage 8. Hopefully we'll take out Cirno this turn. And all will be well with the world if we can do that. So, yep, Sonic Slash not really doing much. She is going to load a bomb up though, so we'll probably Little Legion next turn just to make sure that we don't cop it. And yeah, there's another bomb refill coming there, that's fine. Rage 8, there's a lot of damage coming out there, but unfortunately Cirno didn't die. She almost died, but Cirno didn't get attacked by Rage 8 nearly as much as I was hoping for there, so I wonder if the laser would go ahead of Cirno here. that's something I'm willing to try out here. And we'll try and debuff Momiji as well, because why not? And Pororoka? No, we can zero Kelvin Buster here actually. Or maybe I should switch element now, because Momiji's not weak to fire, she's weak to earth. So if we switch element now, I don't know if I can do that actually. Yeah, we'll just zero Kelvin. Do I want to zero Kelvin Buster though? Because it's not going to hit for weakness. No, we'll just Pororoka Slash here. And Sealing Needle? Or I could Duplex Barrier Physical on Alice, just in case. Yeah, actually, I will Duplex Magic on Alice just in case Perfect Freeze does go off here. So that she does not, take the hit. No damage coming off from Perfect Freeze here. These two will repeat this pattern every 4 turns, I believe. First turn and then turn 5 and basically every 4 turns. Yeah, debuffs don't really work too well on her, it's unfortunate. Wow, she actually did take 1 hit though. But Alice has got really good physical defense and was shielding, so no damage from that onto Alice. So that is fine. Momiji won't take too long to take out from here, so we're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna Element Bullet for Earth so I can get weakness going. And yeah, basically Momiji's just gonna get wrecked. Magic defense down as well, that's really good, so she's gonna get destroyed by Marissa even more here. Although Shredder is quite powerful. I think when Momiji's by herself, she does start using Shredder a lot more. That hits between 1 and 6 times. And whoa, the double cast on Final Spark. Oh yes! This is why we still have multicast on Magic Tree stuff. That is a ton of damage coming out there. Not quite enough to get the kill, but close enough. We can just Little Legion this turn, it's not really a big deal. And yeah, that's basically it. So 0 Kelvin Buster, gonna now be an Earth attack. And if we get a chance to use it, that's great. If she just dies to the Napalm, that's also great. So yeah, Slayers are pretty powerful, once again. I think this is the last time we get to do this though, where we get to have a Slayer on, Warrior Magician stuff. I don't think any of the remaining bosses are Warrior Magician class. So yeah, don't get used to the whole Slayer thing from these two at the very least. But it's cool whilst it lasts, and everybody gets some levels, and it's all happy fun times. Ooh-ha, yep, that's it. Taken care of. There's no way that we're going to be bothered by Momiji here once again. Yeah, she's gonna get scolded, but that's just how it goes. Yep, and of course, Cirno lost as well. Shiver. Oh dear. Yep. Lady Suako indeed. Correct. Well, that felt good. I bet it did. Yeah, there is actually quite a long way to go in this place. But we do get a formation from that, which is a very weird formation. Let's just put it that way. We get the Circle 9 formation. Yes, haphazard placement, everything. This formation is bizarre. I would actually need to go and look up exactly what the stuff is for that, so just give me a quick sec to do that, because this is not a formation that you can just describe and go, oh hey, that's how this all works. So yeah, just give me a quick sec. I should have had this prepared beforehand, but honestly wasn't really sure if I was going to try and explain this or not. But yeah, mouse clickings are fun, right? So, where are you on this list? Circle 9, you are formation number... Is it 30 something? Or no, it's not, it's before that. There's some really weird ones. I would never use this formation myself, because honestly it just isn't any good at all, but there we go. Right, so the number 1 spot, is that the Tori that has that spot, or is it... wise. In fact, let's just go ahead and show it in here so I can explain the numbers for this as well. Right. So the number 1 spot is actually at the back, which is weird in its own right, but you get attacked 10% of the time there, you have a 50% speed drop, and you take half damage before you act in that back spot, which is kind of a dumb combination of stuff, but there you go. The second spot, the one at the front, takes 35% of all hits and has a 99% evasion debuff and a 30% defense debuff, but gets 30% more magic. So I don't know, that's weird because most of the magic users are not tanks, so they're not really going to enjoy taking all the hits and all the damage because they can't evade and everything. The third person has a 20% chance to get hit, has a 25% debuff to both attack and magic, so they're not going to be doing damage too much, but they have a 33% speed bonus. So this would be okay for a buff character like Sanai or Byakuran maybe, because they get a speed increase to do stuff, but yeah, still not super great. The fourth slot also gets hit 20% of the time with a 10% attack bonus and a 15% speed debuff. So a bit slower, a bit more offensively powerful, maybe Moko would be quite good there, someone like that. And then the last slot gets hit 15% of the time and has 20% less defense but 10% more magic, 20% more evasion and 5% more speed. Yeah, that is how weird that formation is. Not a great form in any sense of the word, and yeah, just don't. I can't see any reason why you would ever use that. It's also not a good formation for AoE heals, I believe, so that kinda sucks in its own right. And yeah, there's just not a whole lot of reason behind using it. So before we go any further, I don't know if we get any book stuff from beating Momiji and Cirno, but regardless we do for Byakuran, so let's get some recipes for that. So we get her tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 scrolls, and yeah, we don't get anything for beating Momiji and Cirno, so that kinda sucks to be them. So yeah, that was the conclusion to the first half, basically, of stage 11. We're still going in stage 11. That's how freaking long this dungeon is. We're still in stage 11 at this point. So next time we'll take on the next part of said stage, and yeah, we'll fight some new enemies and get some new stuff. So this has been GamerCow playing the Genius of Southros. Next time, that's what we do. Take care.